Welcome everybody to week 9, day 3. Got a lot going on today.
A lot of great games.
Yeah, dude, yeah. We got freaking season 3 champs versus the reigning season 5 champs. Serpents and Skulls, a classic Epic Nova's rivalry. Got Blast Hard Cheese on the mound for Serpents and Billy Glenn on the mound for the Skulls of Rock. Let's get it underway. Dinklage Morgone coming up to the plate. Had a brief last season. He was injured for like 6 weeks with a dislocated shoulder in the first or second game of the season.
Early strikeout though. They changed the injury, so now that would be a 4-week, I believe.
Yeah. Unless you stay in, then it's by half. And that's popped up to Olsen, who'll range over there for out number 2. So Brock Yellow comes up to the plate after Ding Dong wasn't able to do much.
Brock Yellow, now didn't he lose his yellow brother?
No, he's still on the team, just I think he's on the Goofy Goobers or maybe on the bench. And I think it's his son, not his little brother. I'm not sure the lore.
Oh, really?
Because I know there's a Kip Shaw Jr. also in their organization, and then Carroll Henry, who's in the Serpents organization.
Is Hard Cheese the pitcher?
Hard Cheese just got out of that inning. Billy Glenn is
No, but I mean, Whitney says that he thinks Hard Cheese pitched recently. Is that who we have on the line?
Yeah, that's what it says on the stream thing. He pitched against the Stingers, and then I played the Unicorns, the Stingers again, and then I played on Monday against the Cyclones. So this is number 4.
All right. Well, single for Ron Cox.
1-2 count here to Apple.
So, he's in right field now, right? He was in
right field.
The catching position last season.
And that's going to be popped up to Carl Henry, and that'll be out number 1. But yeah, he's out there in right field using a secondary position, so his fielding's pretty low, but he's still got speed and arm.
Yeah, we remember that All-Star game.
Pizza smashes one down the right field line, foul. Pizza, certainly a candidate for Rookie of the Year. There's also some other notable names out there, like Rick Della Stick on the ball players, who we'll get to see play later tonight.
Definitely one of the most discussed rookie players.
For sure. Some people have some hot takes on the subject and say that rookies shouldn't be that high of stats.
Well.
This is a full count here to McLarge Huge. We'll foul that one off to stay alive. And on first and second with only 1 out. And Billy Glenn is going to walk the bases loaded for Shalane DeVar.
Yeah, I mean, you really don't get a break here when it comes to the
Serpents lineup. DeVar's been on the
So
bench most of the season, but she's going to slap that one out into left field, and that'll score Ron Cox to make it a 1-0 ball game here early for the Serpents. And there's still only 1 out with bases loaded for a hot-hitting Yeti Olsen. Olsen is having a spectacular season so far. I don't have any stat lines available, but he's definitely one of the hottest hitters on the Serpents team. The base is a 2-2 count. And he slaps that one out into right field. And Brock Yellow not able to catch it, but gets the out at second because DeVar was expecting him to catch it. That'll score a run and make it a 2-0 ball game.
a silver lining. That really probably should have been caught.
The
Was
veteran
not a very...
Brock Yellow out there. Lost some speed, I imagine, this off-season with aging regression. Not able to make those plays anymore like he used to be. 3-1 count here to Carroll Henry. And she'll draw a walk. She'll get to go stand next to her father at first base. for
Glenn
Veranda
already
Wall
tense too.
with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
Now
And
is
she's
that
gonna
the leading Miranda Wall? That from last season?
the home run leading, the home run
Yeah.
queen from last season. Yes.
Yeah, I
Sadly,
think I
she
remember something about that.
sadly she pops out into left field for out number 3. So Carl Henry will lead off for the Skulls of Rock. Believe Carl Henry is an OG Skull, one of the few remaining on the Skulls of Rock team that started with the organization, and he strikes out there. Blast Hard Cheese with his, I believe, 2nd strikeout of the game already. Bring up a Banjo Hackett, who has returned to the Skulls of Rock. He spent a season over with the Overdrafts organization. Now he's back in a Skulls of Rock uniform, playing his last season, which he has already announced.
You know,
He draws
sometimes
a
I think
full
it's a
count.
bit too early to call when it's going to be your last season. You know, sometimes things just happen. Step on first and get the out, but
And that's already a mojo boost for Blast Hard Cheese, as he's sat down 5 in a row, facing a Milo Dakota. 3-1 count here to Dakota, and Dakota will draw a walk as we lose some frames due to encoding overloaded. Brings up
yeah, I know.
Warden Campbell.
We'll call that bad weather, maybe? Bad service out here?
Quick 2-1 count here to Campbell. 3-1. Full count, we'll expect the runner to be going, and that ball is hit right to Carol Henry. She'll step on the bag for out number 3. So Skulls draw a walk, but not able to put up any runs. As we go to the number 9 hitter, Leon Morrison for the Serpents. He was picked last season at number 20 overall. He's going to ground that one to Banjo Hackett for out number 1. Believe Billy Glenn is back to neutral after a rough first inning.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, accuracy, it's a great stat, but you really have to have something to back it up. And Glenn, nothing special in either of the other stats, so they have a bit of a tough time here. He's gonna get
As
full count
Ron
here,
Cox slaps another one up the middle. You know, Ron Cox went 3 for 4 against the Cyclones on Monday, and he's already 2 for 2 again here today. He's 5 for 6 in his last 6 plate appearances. All singles up the middle.
A lot of singles up the middle in this game and the last.
As
Who
Cox
was the...
runs on that pitch, and Milo Dakota is out of position on the play, and Caramel Apple slaps it right past him. Cox's quick speed was able to get him to third, so men on the corners for Pete Zuh. He walked in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, that steal attempt got him out of position. If he did not steal, that would have been probably
This
a double
ball is
play.
going to cut just foul. 1-2 count here to Zuh, way outside. You know, I believe, I'm not sure 100% on this, but I believe last game against the Skulls was the first game Pete Zuh did not have an extra base hit, but that's not going to stop him from hitting a triple here to score both runs. So a triple, score 2 off the bat of the rookie Pete Zuh. I'll make it a 4-0 ball game.
Yeah, well, I don't happen to know any Serpents fans, so...
Yeah, there's not many in the stands today. As that ball's hit to Milo Dakota, diving attempt, and makes the play at first, but that'll score the run. So it's 5-0 Serpents here in the bottom of the second. As Shalin Navarre steps into the box. Quick 0-2 count to Navarre. Nearly hits her.
That's inside.
Another one inside, 2-2 the count.
Outside.
Pitch outside, full count. And Carl Henry with the jumping attempt, able to stop it and flip it to Billy Glenn for out number 3. So a 3-run inning for the Serpents put them up 5-0 early on.
Designated hitter, number 7.
One thing we know about the Skulls, though, is that they're never out of the ball game. They can put up a lot of runs really quick with how their lineup is stacked. Alicia Kim leading off the inning.
Absolutely. Skull's a very
Diving
intense
attempt
lineup.
from Olsen over in time at first for out number 1. Nice play by Olsen, a little bit of flash in the leather. As Randy Rathskeller comes into the box.
Nope, inside.
And he slaps that one through the right hand side. And that'll be a 1-out single for Randy Rathskeller.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 78.
Brings up the top of the Skulls order again, Drew Dinklage Morgoon. His second plate appearance, and he slaps that one out into right field. So 2 singles here with 1 out for the Skulls of Rock. Men on first and second for Ding Dong.
Number 33.
Big opportunity. Really got to capitalize on this one here. Hard Cheese down on his mojo that he was at, too, so.
Already at 46 pitches and not even through 3 yet. He goes 3-0 to Ding Dong. Gets one in there for a strike call.
Ball 4.
And he walks Ding Dong, so that'll load the bases for Brock Yellow, the veteran.
Number 3.
Yeah, you don't really have much a better shot at Yellow than Dong, so.
And he'll hit that one to Henry. Over to second and back to first in time for the Dragons special to get the Serpents out of the inning. Bit of a sticky situation, but the Serpents able to get out of it unscathed.
Shortstop, number 7.
Yeah, if you're in that position, you really just gotta put it in the air, you know. Even if it gets caught, you're gonna get a run. You gotta start scoring something.
As Olsen pops this one out into shallow center field, Milo Dakota waves off Morgoon out in center for out number 1.
First baseman, number 44.
Brings up Carol Henry, who walked in her first plate appearance, and she's going to slap that one up the middle. So a 1-out single for Carol Henry. She gets to say hi to her dad again.
Now batting, the third baseman, number
Bring up the reigning home run queen, Veranda Wall.
No, inside.
Billy Glenn already down to 67
Nice diving
pitches,
stop from
so.
Skeller. Over to second, back to first, but not in time at first. So they'll get an out, but it's a fielder's choice. And that's going to do it for Billy Glenn. They're going to bring in Alonzo Plows, former Stinger, former Serpent,
That's out.
former High Roller, I think. I think I traded him to the High Rollers at some point. 2-1 count here to Morrison.
No, high.
And he's going to hit that one softly to Henry. He'll step on the bag for out number 3. So through 3, Serpents lead 5-0.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 20. Ball.
Let's talk about what the winner of this game means. So the Serpents winning this game will keep them in first in the Epic Novas, and I think it will advance them to first in the Epic Conference if we're not already first. The Skulls win,
Now
they'll
batting,
be tied
the
with
second
the
baseman,
Cyclones for
number
second in the
12.
conference. Or second in the division, my bad. And that one's hit to Henry. Back in time at first for a Dragon special.
Shortstop, number 15.
Milo Dakota hits that one straight to Olsen for out number 3. So another round into double play gets the Serpents out of a sticky situation. Brings up Ron Cox as he slaps that one, but right to the glove of Carl Henry. A little short hop catch. Round number 1. One on one count here to Apple. Swings through that one, 1-2. And strike 3 called. He rung him up. First
Absolutely,
K
Alonso's
for
got to show
Alonso
up today.
Plows.
He wants to stay in the game here.
Brings up Pizza again, who tripled in his last plate appearance. Out into deep right center field. And he swings through that one, strike 3. Second K for Alonso Plows to get him out of the inning.
Now batting, the catcher, number
Bring up the 7-8-9 for the Skulls of Rock.
No, that's high.
As Campbell pops this one out, and that'll just get out of play. So 1-2 the count. And he slaps that one out into right field under the glove of Cox, and that'll be a leadoff single.
The designated hitter, number 7.
Bring up Alicia Kim. Picked in the late second half of the first round. Last season in the season 5 draft by the Moonshots. Was traded over to the Skulls before the season started, I want to say.
Let's see what the
Number 14.
what that trade was about.
She draws a walk
Oh
there.
wow.
So, and on
Yeah.
first and second for Randy Rathskeller. What was that trade about? Let's hear.
That trade was a late first round as well as a season 8 first round.
For
So
Alicia
a
Kim.
lot of material for Alicia Kim.
And that ball's hit hard to Morrison, to Olsen, and then Henry for another round into double play
The center fielder,
for
number
the Skulls of
78.
Rock. Brings up Morgone with the man on third, and he's gonna slap this one into center, and that'll score a run. DeVar able to cut it off to prevent extra bases, but that'll make it a 5-1 ball game as the Skulls of Rock put up their first run.
Number 33.
Yeah, Morgoon's got some speed, so if that ball went past, could have been pretty dangerous.
No, that's low.
And like you said, he's pretty speedy, so they checked on him immediately.
It's outside.
As that ball is hit up the middle by Ding Dong. That'll be a 2-out single, so men on first and second now
Now
for
batting,
Brock
the
Yellow.
right fielder, number
0-2
3.
today. Let's
Yeah,
see what he has
redemption
in store
time.
this time. One swing could make it a 1-run ball game. And he's gonna hit that one up the middle. Morrison in double play position and able to dive and make the play for out number 3. The Serpents still lead 5-1 as their 4, 5, and 6 come up to the plate in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, I bet Yellow's not going to be feeling too great after the game. Had 2 really big situations there. Back in, I believe it was the second with 4 men on, or 3 men on.
Ball 4.
Could have been the hero.
As McLarge draws a walk from a locked-in Alonso Plows.
Center fielder, number
Bring up
9.
Shalan DeVar.
Ball high.
1 for 2 today with the RBI.
Low. No, high.
3-1 count here to DeVar. Full count.
Take your base.
And DeVar draws a walk, so 2 leadoff walks here for Plows to bring up Yeti Olsen.
Number 7.
And he smacks this ball into right field Rock Yellow ranging over. He'll make the catch, but McLarge Huge has plenty of speed to make it to third. So that'll put men on the corners for Carroll Henry. 1 for 1 today with a single and a walk. He's got the low pitch trait. And DeVar is off running. And she gets caught by the arm of Warden Campbell. Bit of an aggressive play there as Carroll Henry slaps this one into left center field. And ding dong at the base of the wall, able to make the catch. So another inning scoreless for the Serpents as we go into the top of the sixth. The 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Skulls of Rock.
Yeah, you couldn't pay me to steal against Warden Campbell.
DeVar's got the speed. She's got 99 speed, but not able to get there in time. And Carl Henry absolutely murders Blast Hard Cheese.
Oh dear.
Hard Cheese was on the ground and never got up as they wheel him off the field and bring in Queen Khan. Carl Henry able to make it to first in time despite the efforts of Yeti Olsen to get it over there for the out. Queen Khan comes in and gives up a 1-pitch hit. So men on first and second now for Milo Dakota. Who knows the count? Another pitch just outside. 3-0. That one just finds the zone. And Queen Khan walks the bases loaded for Warden Campbell. Queen Khan started on Monday against the Cyclones. Gave up about 6 hits and 2 runs. Not recorded the loss though. The loss went to Raimundo Jackman. And he gave up a walk-off to Carson Halford in the bottom of the 9th.
Ooh, RBI man Alicia Kim.
Scary situation for the Serpents with tying run at the plate. It's not who you want to see with Alicia Kim with RBI man. Full
Maybe just
count now.
Walker.
The whiffer trait comes into play, but as she slaps that one down the left field line, foul. Down the right field line, foul. And right to Olsen, to Morrison, and to Henry in time for the Dragons special. That's gotta be the 4th or 5th ground into double play today for the Skulls of Rock. Not getting lucky with men in scoring position.
Yeah, that one's gonna be causing a headache for the Skulls. Get it? Because like head ache, like a skull. Like...
I get it. That was a good one. Sure the 3 people watching enjoyed it.
Alright, Miranda Wall here, facing a locked-in Alonso Plows, but
Strikes out. Bring up Leon Morrison, 0 for 2 today. Low pitch trait. See if they give him one to hit. And he hits that right to Banjo Hackett for the 2nd time today, and that'll be out number 2. Brings up Ron Cox, who's 2 for 3. 2 singles up the middle. Alonzo Plows is locked in, but he's below half stamina, and kind of wonder how much longer is he gonna be able to stay in.
yeah, maybe 1 or 2 more batters, but
Slow dribbler to Rathskeller will end the inning. So the 9-1 and 2 coming up the top of the 7th for the Skulls of Rock.
maybe this will be the inning they don't leave lots of people on base, starting with Rathskeller, then the 1-2.
2-2 count here to Rathskeller. He fouls that one off. And strike 3 called. Queen Khan's first K of the day.
What are you checking that one for? That one's right down the middle. You just swing at that.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. And a jumping attempt from Veranda Wall, but not able to come up with it. So that'll be a 1-out single for Dinklage Morgone.
Yeah, I guess you could say some walls just aren't high enough, huh?
I guess you could say that. 1-1 count here to Ding Dong. 1 for 2 today with a single and a walk. Check on to Dinklage. Curveball high, 2-2 the count. Full count now here to Ding Dong. And that's ball 4. So a walk to Ding Dong brings up Brock Yellow. 1 out and men on first and second. Checking on to Dinklage one more time. As Brock Yellow pops this one out into left field. Caramel Apple ranging under it. That'll be out number 2. Neither of the runners will be able to advance off of that one. So Carl Henry steps into the box. 2 outs now with men on first and second. And he slaps this one down the left field line. That'll be a run at least. And Ding Dong not able to round, but that'll make it a 5-2 ball game with Banjo Hackett coming up with the men on the corners.
No, if Wall got that ball,
And that
Ding
one's
Dong
hit
might
up
have
the
been
middle,
out.
so this will make it 5-3. Men on first and second now for Milo Dakota, number 6 hitter. So the tying run over at first base as Milo Dakota pops this one into left field. Caramel Apple ranging under, and that'll be out number 3. So as we go in to the middle, or as we go into the bottom of the 7th, those of you watching, if you're not a part of the Discord, you should join the Discord. Keep up to date with all the amazing things happening in the SSBL. And let me see if I know how to link that in the chat. That's cool.
Got it. Nope.
There we go. And that ball's hit down the right field line by Caramel Apple. She's got some speed, so that's going to be a leadoff double for Apple. That'll bring up
probably
Pete Zuh.
last batter for Plows.
You
Nope.
definitely
He's
see
gonna
this
stay
being
in
the
even
last
in the-
batter for Plows. As he hits that one to Hackett, but that'll at least advance the runner. McLarge Huge 0 for 2 today with 2 walks. And they'll bring in Nick Grayweather, an acquisition they got from the Lumberjacks. And the first pitch McLarge Huge sees hits up the middle. That'll make it a 6-3 ball game. Delandavar coming up to the plate. She started the scoring in the first inning with her hit out into left field to score Ron Cox. 2-2 the count here to Devar. Full count now. And she bloops this one into center field for another single. So men on first and second now for Yeti Olson. 0 for 3 today, but scored a run in the first off his hit out to Brock Yellow. Counted as a fielder's choice since Devar had to hold up at first and ended up getting thrown out at second. And strike 3 called. Yeti Olson has to go and sit down after he looked at one right down the middle. Brings up Carol Henry. Two and 1 the count here to Henry. 3-1. Full count now. You'll see both runners going. And strike 3 called. Carol Henry, watch that curveball slide into the zone. out number 3.
Number
That'll bring up the
18.
7, 8, 9 here for the Skulls in the top of the 8th. As Campbell pops this one up into shallow left field on the first pitch that he sees.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 7.
Brings up Alicia Kim, who wasn't able to do anything with the bases loaded in her last plate appearance. As she pops this one up down the left field line, Wall ranging over, and that'll be out number 2.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Brings up
number
Randy
14.
Rathskeller. And he'll ground that one to Morrison on the first pitch for out number 3. So a quick inning for the Serpents as they're already back up to the plate with Wall, Morrison, and Cox
Now
due up.
batting, the third baseman, number 11. That's outside.
A tense Veranda Wall as she dribbles this one to Hackett over in time at first for out number 1.
The second baseman, number 17.
Leon Morrison steps into the box. Quickly down 0-2.
Ball, that's inside. That's low.
2-2 the count here to Morrison. And strike 3 called. Slider just gets in there for strike number 3. And that'll be a mojo down for Leon Morrison.
37.
Ron
3
Cox.
strikeouts for Grayweather.
Yeah. And through 1 1/3. Pretty impressive stuff by Grayweather. As he gets Ron Cox to pop up to him for out number 3. So last 3 outs for the Skulls of Rock to try to tie the game or take the lead.
Now batting,
And they got the top of their lineup to do it.
number 78.
Dinklage Morgoon steps into the box. And he slaps this one out into right field. And Cox not able to get over there in time. And that'll be a leadoff single for Morgoon, his 4th hit of the day.
The left fielder, number
I
Brings up,
wouldn't steal it if I were Margoon here, though.
I think
you had
they
a good
gotta be
chance, but-
aggressive though.
ball, that's up.
I'd venture to say they need to steal and get rid of the double play attempt. As-
I think if Dong gets out, yeah. but-
And Dong smashes this one into straight center field, heading back to the track, to the wall, and that's a second decker for Ding Dong to make this a 1-run ball game. 437 feet off the bat of Dong. And that'll bring up Brock Yellow.
Now
We're in one swing baseball to tie it up.
now pitching.
Oh, but
And
he's
that'll do
tense.
it for Queen Khan. Serpents select to bring in Rimuru Naofumi, and Yellow, eager to get a hit, smashes that one, but right to Olsen, and that'll be out number 1.
Number 20.
You're a Skulls batter, you're feeling real tense. You gotta make sure that
And
home
Carl
run doesn't
Henry
go.
smashes this one into right field, and that'll tie the ball game. 405 feet off the bat of Henry, and it's a 6-6 ball game.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 12.
Still only 1 out here for the Skulls
Ball,
as they bring up Banjo Hackett.
ball.
3-0 count here to Hackett. Naofumi has the BB prone trait, and she'll lose him. So, man on first now with 1 out.
The shortstop, number
And pressure is maxed. They're going to give Buzz Yellow the call as a pinch hitter. And Buzz Yellow slaps this one out into right. And that'll advance the runner. Men on first and second now, 1 out. As things are going upside down for the Serpents here.
Yeah. Now, the
Gordon
thing
Campbell
is,
slaps this one off the glove of Olsen. Gets it in time to get Buzz Yellow at second, but 2 outs now for RBI man
Oh.
Alicia Kim with men on the corners. 2-0 the count here to Kim. 3-0 It's likely we'll lose her here with the walk.
Ball four.
And she will. So the bases are loaded now for Randy Rathskeller. With 2 outs.
Now batting, number
And they're
8.
going to pinch hit for Rathskeller. Bring in Elvis Riggs. First
That's gonna be
pitch
tense.
called strike.
No, high.
1-2 the count here to Riggs.
No, high.
2-2. And he pops this one up to Naofumi. She'll range under it.
He's out.
And the Serpents able to get out of it without giving up the lead, but they'll let the Skulls of Rock tie them. As we go into the bottom of the ninth, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up. We're in one swing baseball. Any swing from the Serpents can end the ball game.
Low. That's down.
2-2 the count here to Carmel Apple. She dribbles that one, but range is foul. That ball nearly hits her. Full count now here to Apple. And she pops this one over to Milo Dakota. Actually, that's Morgone now at shortstop. That'll bring up Pete Zuh. Had a triple in the second inning to score 2 runs.
Now, I doubt that Greyweather will probably be able to finish the game. Gotta wonder who the Skulls have in their pen.
The 3-0 count here to Zuh, and he'll lose Zuh, so a 1-out walk. That brings up McLarge. Singled in his last plate appearance off the first pitch he saw of Greyweather to score a run.
Ball, that's low.
1-1 the count here to McLarge.
That's high.
He takes one down the middle, 2-2.
No, inside.
Full count now. And he'll slap this one down the left field line. Pete Zuh likely to, he's going to hold up at second. So just a single for McLarge as that brings up Shalan Devar. And that'll do it for Greyweather. Mickey Dillon Jr. coming into the game.
That's inside.
1 out with men on first and second. As
Ding
she
dong,
slaps
bit of an
this one
arm.
up the middle. Morgone able to handle it to
Wow.
prevent the game from ending. So now a
Beautiful.
tense Yeti Olsen with men on the corners. 1 hit will
Beautiful
do it.
by Morgan.
Ball, that's inside.
1-1 the count here to Olsen. As he hits this one, Banjo Hackett dives and able to make the play. So Serpents leave men on the corners. As we
Sequence
go
of
into
great
free
plays by the
baseball.
Skulls defense.
Now batting.
Great plays by Skulls defense. They really kept them in. As DeJinklage Morgone, 4 for 5, comes into the box.
High. No, that's inside.
3-0 the count here to Morgone. Full count here to Morgone. And strike 3. What are you swinging at? Well outside curveball
The left fielder.
for out number 1, but brings up a locked in ding dong. He homered in the last inning to tie or to put the game within 1 as he pops out into left field Caramel Apple at the track, and that'll be out number 2.
Now batting. The
Brings up a tense 0 for 5 Brock Yellow.
That's low. No, that's high. That's outside.
Quickly 3-0 to Yellow.
Take your base.
And Rimuru Naofumi will walk Yellow to face Carl Henry, who homered off of her last inning. But that'll do it for her. BB Strongman coming in to hopefully get the last out. And first pitch swinging, and Veranda Wall with an amazing diving play to end the inning. So the 7, 8, 9 coming up for the Serpents, hoping to end the game.
44. No, inside. Ball, outside.
Who won the count here to Henry? as Henry hits this one to Morgone, and she'll be able to beat that one out. So that's an infield leadoff single. Bring up a tense Veranda Wall.
Number 11.
Carol Henry has the stealer trait, but against Warden Campbell's arm, unlikely that she'll steal. Quick 0-2 the count, and never mind, Veranda Wall strikes out looking. 0 for 5 for her today. Brings up Leon Morrison.
Not a great day for number 8 and number 9 here. See if
As
Morrison can
Carol
turn around.
Henry tries to steal, gets caught in the rundown. Banjo Hackett drops it, and she'll still be tagged out by her dad for out number 2. And Leon Morrison hits that one right to Carl Henry, who will step on the bag for out number 3. So a leadoff single, but not able to do anything, as the 5, 6, and 7 come up for the Skulls.
Number 12.
And that Banjo Hackett dropping it really got me there.
It's really hard because, you know, like, you see the ball in his glove, so you gotta run the other way, but her stopping ended up being the reason she was tagged out.
Up the line for a base hit though, or up the middle.
Now
Bring up a 1 for 5, Warden Campbell. As a hit and run is called, but he'll pop this one out into shallow right field. Leon Morrison tracking over for out number 2. Brings up Alicia Kim, 0 for 3 today with 2 walks. Quick 0-2 the count here to Kim. And she's got the whiffer trait. She hits that one hard, but foul. 1-2 the count. 2-2. Do it again after that foul ball. And she'll pop this one up. Carol Henry ranging over. And it'll be out number 3. So we go into the bottom of the 11th. Score remains 6-6. Top of the Serpents lineup due up. Ron Cox 2 for 5 today.
Dylan Jr. locked in.
Ball, that's inside. That's inside.
2-1 the count here to Cox. 3-1. And Ron Cox will draw the full count. And strike 3 called. Bottom inside corner called strike 3. That'll bring up Caramel Apple. Also 2 for 5 today. A single and a double.
No, that's inside.
2-1 the count. She'll hit that one hard, but foul. 2-2. She'll hit that, but right to the glove of Elvis Riggs, and that'll be out number 2. So that'll bring up the rookie Pete Zuh. Had a triple early on in the game, but that's all he's done. And he hits that one hard. He's looking for blood, but that was foul. 2-1 the count here to Zuh. And he smashes this one down the left field line. If it's fair, it's gone. And it hits the hole. It hits the foul pole. Walk-off homer for Pete Zuh. Third RBI of the game, 374 feet, and that'll do it. Serpents win 7-6 off the bat of Pete Zuh, putting the team on his back, scoring 3 of the runs today.
Yeah, there's a reason he's one of the most talked about rookies of the season. But
Skulls
the Skulls
out-hit the Serpents 15-12, and I've lost my voice after the first game. Oh no.
Oh no. You know, I think the Skulls, I don't think they're going to be too worried about this loss. You know, their picks, they aren't even their own, so. But the Serpents, I believe that puts them in the lead of the Heroic Conference.
Epic Conference.
Epic, yep.
Morgone going 4 for 6 with only 1 RBI and 2 strikeouts. Incredible game for him. Ding dong. 2 for 4 with a home run, 2 RBIs, and 2 walks. Carl Henry 3 for 5, a home run, 2 RBIs. Quite the game for him. Alicia Kim 0 for 4 with 2 walks. Meanwhile, on the other side, Pete Zah 2 for 4, 3 runs, a home run, and 3 RBIs. McLarge Huge 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. And Devar 2 for 4 with an RBI. Mickey
Wallen
Dillon
Morrison.
Jr. will receive the loss after pitching 2 1/3, only giving up 2 hits and no walks. Hard Cheese 6 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks, had to be pulled after being murdered by Carl Henry. BB Strongman earns himself the win after holding off the Skulls for an inning and a third. And Pete Zah will be your MVP of the game. 2 for 4, a home run, a triple, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs. Ding Dong number 2 and Carl Henry number 3. So we'll be right back with overdrafts at Retrievers in Sakura.
You
Stay
know, I didn't
tuned.
think of that. That's our 2 teams at the start.
I know. I didn't plan that.
What? Oh. Yeah, both teams sitting, well, not tied anymore actually, but previous to this week, yeah, now the overdrafts are up. Aren't they at the top of the division now? Aren't they ahead of the Moonshots?
Now batting, the center fielder, number 22.
Yeah, who would have thought overdrafts?
Off the plate. Strike 3, you're out. Now batting, the left fielder, number 17. That's up. Strike. Now batting, the designated hitter, number 0. Follow. Strike. Out.
Oh, and that's Jet Me. And Kerwin Karp sitting on the bench.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 2.
Yeah, that Sakura Hills
Batting,
wall is pretty far back there, so
number 29.
it honestly is. Now, as far as I remember, though, in the first game, wasn't there one of those classic pink trees or the
Now batting, the third baseman, number 47.
McSorley sorely looking quite old for a young player.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 69. Break! Break! That's inside. Ball inside. Strike 3. Now batting, the shortstop, number 10. Follow.
Oh, I'll get to you on that number, Mr. Air Force. Though, I wouldn't exactly call Retrievers someone an elite team anymore. I mean,
Number
previously, maybe. But let's see. It was Jet Me, I believe Claudette Levi.
now batting, the first baseman, number 14. Ball inside.
Yeah, so I believe that's only 3 Retrievers.
Now batting, the catcher, number 44. Now batting, the right fielder, number 11. Nope, high. Strike.
Mic off.
Off the plate. Foul ball. No.
Mic on.
Strike 3.
Yeah, the new uniforms look great. I love them.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Yes, they are.
number
And there's also a
20.
new. No. Overdrafts.
Strike.
Yep. I'm a big fan of the minimalist uniforms here.
Now batting, the first baseman.
We'll get to see the
16.
new home uniform soon.
Now batting, the catcher.
That would be Max Swingens, yes.
That's inside.
Yeah, seems to be a hot spot actually. There's been
Now
basically
batting,
3 hits there
baseman,
over right above Nick's training.
That's up. Strike. Ball high. Ball inside. Ball batting, the designated hitter, number 29.
Yeah, putting the double play, but actually it's 2 outs, so just a force out, really.
Strike. Now batting, the right fielder, number 16. Strike. That's outside. Inside. Out. Now batting, the shortstop, number 35. Ball inside. Now batting, the second baseman, number 20. Nope. No.
Nope, Chesley Hickman has been a retriever for a long time. I mean, may have been she wasn't a original retriever, but from the Wildcats, no, I believe that was just a pick.
Number
Hickman was a draft 3 or a season 3 draft signing.
ball low. Inside. Now batting, the left fielder.
I think they gotta be getting tired of cleaning up those bats, don't you think? I mean,
That's inside. Strike.
really should get some new material.
Strike.
Yeah, speaking of that, she has a 4-seam slider and a curveball at 3-pitch arsenal here, and maybe you think that's. Do you really think arsenals are a contributing factor to the success of a pitcher?
Number 10. That's inside. Strike.
Oh,
Outside. Strike 3. Out. Now batting.
yeah, I'd say that the arsenal counts, but I think
11.
you know, when you have such a small arsenal, it's pretty difficult to keep them guessing. Dean, are you muted?
And I've been talking this whole time.
Oh,
I've been
dear.
muted. Thought I unmuted myself. Guess not.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 22.
Whoops.
Strike.
Half the game goes by until I realize that I'm muted.
Well, you know, that's a bit embarrassing for me too, you know, that's...
You've just been talking to yourself.
Now batting, the left fielder,
As
number 17.
Jackson Moore flies out into right field. Everett Sardee, first pitch grounder to Flip Day over in time for out number 2.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 0.
Brings up Daniel Winkler.
That's up.
And Daniel Winkler hits this ball hard into right field. Heading back to the track, to the wall. A jumping attempt by the right fielder, but that ball is out of here. 373 feet for Daniel Winkler to make this a 2-1 ball game.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 6. Low.
So, Tanzio Marzo.
And she pops this one out to French Tater in left. That'll be out number 3. So Chesley Hickman was making good work of the overdrafts lineup, but gives up a solo shot to Daniel Winkler.
The center
He's actually doing the math, throwing exactly 9 pitches per inning.
Pretty good. As this ball is popped down the left field line. Tanya Marzo ranging over for out number 1. Brings up Steve Sessions, who tripled in his first plate appearance of the day. And he hits this one hard down the line, just foul. That could have been another triple for Sessions if it stayed fair. 2-2 the count here to Steve. Full count now. And he'll take a walk. Well,
Oh,
one
we
out.
had sent a nice check to that right field umpire, but guess not.
Brings up Jet Me, and he'll ground this one to Marzo to Straining, and back to Astaire in time for the Dragons special to get the overdrafts out of the inning. We'll bring up the 5, 6, or the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the overdrafts. Mookie Astaire leading it off. One and 2 the count here to Astaire. He'll ground this one to Hewitt. Overtime in first for out number 1.
Now batting the catcher, number 44. That's outside.
As Joseph Wahlberger hits this one hard to Hewitt. Overtime at first for out number 2.
The right fielder, number
We'll bring up Vern Knight, right fielder for the overdrafts.
follow.
And he'll hit this one to Sessions. He'll take it to the bag himself for out number 3. So a quick inning for Hickman. That'll bring up the top of the order for the Retrievers.
No, I had a good one there. Vern Knight, say goodnight.
Number 2.
I mean, it wasn't really a good one. It was,
He rhymed the same word.
yep. Yeah, that's why I'm not a rapper.
Into the count here to Hewitt. She's got a double and a walk today, and now she's got another base hit if this stays fair, and it will, and that'll be another double for Vera Hewitt. So 2 doubles and a walk to start her game. No mojo up though. Gotta score some RBIs if you want a mojo boot. Bring up a 0 for 2 Domingo Ricci. As he pops this one up behind the plate, Wahlberger ranging over. This will be out number 1. The rookie Trace McSorley steps into the box. He's got a single and an RBI today. He started the scoring here for the Retrievers. Two with the count. McSorley will earn himself a walk, so then on first and second now for French Tater. Only 1 out.
Rex showing signs of
Fatigue.
fatigue.
At 75 pitches and not even through 5.
That's inside.
No strikeouts on the day either.
At least not that it's showing. I'm pretty sure she had a strikeout on the first inning. And past the
probably.
diving glove of Nick Straining, he was in double play formation. And Vern Knight's going to have to run that one down. So a double for French Tater. Scores another to make it a 3-1 ball game.
Now back, the shortstop, number 10. No pipe. Straight.
We'll bring up shortstop Flip Day.
Ball high.
3-1 the count here.
Straight.
Be a full count. And Flip Day launches this one into right field. Vern Knight tracking back. He'll make the grab, but it'll be deep enough to advance both runners. So that'll make it a 4-1 ball game.
Now batting, the
Then on
right
third for
fielder,
Claudette Levi with 2 outs.
11. Straight.
Steve Isaac?
And Claudette Levi bloops this one into right center field. And she's digging for two. And that'll make it a 5-1 ball game. Claudette Levi gets a 2-out double.
Game 1 was, I
What was
believe,
the score of
6
game
to
1?
8
It
or
was
6 to 7.
7-8. Put that in. My bad. 6. Always forget to maintain. And the Overdraft's able to get out of that inning, but they'll give up 3 runs.
This is Squared casting.
No, this is
We're on the chair with Squared.
This is Pulverizer and Puppet on the call tonight. A very rare stream that only happens a couple times a season. Tough dive for Claudette Levi, not able to come up with it. So it'll be a leadoff single for Katarina Ducoteau.
You know, sometimes those slides get scary. I believe last game we had an inside the park home run after a failed sliding catch, so it gets me a little nervous sometimes when I see a player do that.
Brings up a 0 for 2 Nix straining. 3-1 the count. Here to Nix. Full count now. And he hits this one into left center field. This could be extra bases and could score a run past the glove of Max Swingens. And that'll score the run to make it a 5-2 ball game off the bat of Nick Straining. Previous ball player and previous Serpent. Able to get a run for his team. We bring up Jackson Moore, the 4th. And he smashes this one into left field. A diving attempt by French Tater, but not able to come up with it. And that'll be a double for Jackson Moore. Make it a 5-3 ball game. Everett Sardee, one of the remaining OG overdrafts on the team, is going to pop this one up behind the plate to Jet Me.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 0.
That's a weird coincidence. Anyway.
Daniel Winkler homered in his last at bat as he has a 3-1 count. And he'll draw a walk, so men on first and second now for Tanya Marzo.
Yeah, Hickman started off really strong, but starting to wear a bit.
Who do the Retrievers have in their bullpen after Hickman? As a diving stop by Hewitt at second. In time, but not in time at first. So men on the corners now for Mookie Astaire. He's got outside pitch.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a couple of pitchers. No big deal. I can throw the ball.
2-2 the count here to Astaire. Full count now. You'll see the runner at first going on this play. And Mookie Astaire slaps this one into center. Max Swings ranging over and caught for out number 3. So the Overdraft's able to get themselves 2 runs, but it's still 5-3 Retrievers.
The first baseman, number 16.
And Steve Sessions has himself another hit today. A triple, a single, and a walk so far. We'll bring up Jet Me. Has a double on the day and an RBI. We'll take the first pitch high. Going to the count here to me. We'll foul that one off. We'll do it again.
Thought you were on the Unicorns.
I'm on the Unicorns, you're right. Bean Machine is a unicorn. And Jet Me earns himself a walk, so men on first and second with no outs for Vera Hewitt. 2 doubles and a walk on the day. looking to find her first RBI. As they'll check on Steve Sessions at second. And Vera Hewitt slaps that one to straining, and that's going to be a Dragon special. It'll advance Sessions to third. So 2 outs now. Man on third for Domingo Ricci.
Yeah, it's no run Richie, but I just made that up. I'm sorry. 1-2 count.
And strike 3 called. Ricci goes down to 0-4 on the day. We have the 7, 8, and 9 due up for the overdrafts. A bit apologizing.
Oh, I'm going to.
That ball's hit hard, but right to Hewitt, over in time at first for out number 1.
Number 16.
A diving attempt by Steve Sessions flips it over to Hickman in time for out number 2. Bring up Katarina Ducoteau, who had a single in her last plate appearance. She swings through the first pitch, strike 1. Called
Big
strike
swing.
2. And strike 3 swinging. Katarina Ducoteau was well ahead of that changeup. And that'll be out number 3. So 3, 4, and 5, kind of the heart of this Retrievers order due up. Trace McSorley leading off again. As he hits this one up the middle, his second hit of the day. That'll be a mojo down for Margie Rex. Or Mango Anaya.
Anaya now.
Been Anaya for a while. Apparently, I never noticed. Wrong. As French Tater slaps this one out into right. That'll be another base hit for the Retrievers. So men on first and second now. 2 outs.
Number 10.
Into the count here to flip Day, and strike 3 called. Mojo down for Day. We'll bring up Claudette Levi. Got a double and an RBI so far today. Got decent speed. There's a chance at a Dragon special, but that's going to be a double steal, and it's going to work. A hit and run as Claudette Levi hits this one down the first base line. Vern Knight ranging over to field it, but that's going to be a bases clearing triple for Claudette Levi to make this a 7-3 ball game.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 20.
And Max Swingins hits this one through the gap, and that'll be another run for the Retrievers to make it 8-3.
A very different experience, you know. Usually I'd be yelling in chat, but
16.
I'm just sitting back and having a
And
chat.
this
about
ball's hit out into left field, and that'll be caught by Everett Sardi for out number 2.
it. Who's that behind the plate? Because it looks like they have quite a
It's Joseph
poor
Wahlberg.
arm, so Steals
Surprised
should
there
be
hasn't
going.
been any stealing attempts yet on the weak
As
arm
we
of
say that.
Joseph Wahlberger.
That's down.
2-1 the count here to Jet Me. 2-2 the count. Fouls it off to stay alive. We'll run it back. And broken bat hit to Marzo over to first in time for out number 3. So the Retrievers able to score another 3 runs to increase their lead to 5.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 20.
A 1 for 3
1,
Nick
2, 3 up.
Straining.
Hickman's still in the game in the top of the 8th.
I could see this being a situation where they leave the starting pitcher in a little bit too long, and she gives up a lot of runs right before she gets pulled. But we'll see what the retrievers elect to do, as she's already through 7 1/3. And that ball is hit through the gap on the left field side. French Tater will field it, but that'll be a 1-out single for Jackson Moore.
The left fielder, number 17.
Hickman at 88 pitches. And that ball is hit extremely hard, but foul. And that ball is hit. Diving attempt by Hewitt, not able to snag it. And that'll be a single for Everett Sardine. And that'll do it for Hickman. Bring in Nettle Bracketeer.
Here.
Previous Serpent. Previous Lumberjack.
Here's the home run hitter, though, Winkler.
Could make it a much closer ball game with one swing. 1-2 the count. The double steal. Jet Mean not able to make a play at third. And 2 runners in scoring position now for Winkler, but he'll sit down on a strike 3 call to bring up Tanya Marzo with 2 outs and 2 men in scoring position. Move on the count here to Marzo. As that ball gets past Jet Me, and they've caught the runner at third in a pickle. Moore will be tagged out for out number 3. He hesitated running home off the pass ball by Jet Me, and that ended up being what killed him. And he's tagged out for out number 3. So the Overdrafts kind of squander a good position to score some runs.
Yeah, unfortunate. If you're gonna go home, you're gonna have to go home. But
At least make a
single up
play
the
at
middle.
home. Pitchers have been nerfed recently to drop the ball more when they're covering a base. Kind of gotta hope for it at that point if you're invested. Domingo Ricci flies this one out into center field, and this will be out number 1.
No run, Richie.
0 for 5 today, a rough day for him. Meanwhile, the
Rough
rookie
season.
Trace McSorley is 2 for 3 with a walk and an RBI. One and 2 the count here to McSorley. Good discipline. No, just fouled down the left field line. He'll pop this one up to shallow right field. Nick Straining ranging over, and this will be out number 2. Bring up French Tater, who's also 2 for 3 with a walk and an RBI. And this is a pass ball, and that'll advance the runner Vera Hewitt to second with no throw. French Tater makes contact, but foul. 1 and 2 the count. Fouls that one off to stay alive. 2 and 2 the count. Well inside, full count now here, Tater. And Tater earns himself his second walk of the day.
Yeah,
Bring
really
up a-
fought for that one.
He did. And that'll do it for Mango and Nye. I'll bring in Jorge Tostada.
Facing a tense flip day, though.
1 and 1 the count here today. 1 and 2 the count. And Flip Day is going to pop this one up to first baseman Mookie Astaire for out number 3. The last chance for the Overdrafts to score 5 runs to tie it, 6 to put them in the lead. They got that 5, 6, and 7 due up to the plate. Pena Marzo stepping into the box again after her at-bat was interrupted by Jackson Moore trying to steal home.
Way
She's
to
going to
consider
ground
it.
this one to McSorley, and that'll be out number 1.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 14.
And this ball is creamed out in a right center field, and this could be extra base. Claudette Levi fields it and gets it in, so that'll be a 1-out double for
Now batting, the
whoever
catcher,
that was.
Astaire.
Oh, that was Mookie Astaire? You're right.
Yep.
So Mookie Astaire, that might be his first extra base hit. I'm not sure how he did on Monday. Sure to throw him the ball.
Ball inside. Ball inside.
3-1 the count here to Joseph Wahlberger, who's tense after a couple of pass balls. And he pops this one down foul on the first base line. Claudette Levi not able to range over in time to make a play.
Strike 3.
And strike 3 swinging.
Now batting,
Joseph
the right
Wahlberger
fielder,
well under
number
that
16.
pitch. We'll bring up Vern Knight. Overdrafts down to their last out, and this will do it. Vera Hewitt to Sessions for out number 3. Retrievers win 8-3. And it'll tie them with the overdrafts and put both of these teams down a half a game to the Moonshots. The Retrievers out
Interesting.
hitting the overdrafts 13-9. 3 runs off of 9 hits, not the greatest efficiency for the overdrafts. Everett Sardee going 2 for 4. Daniel Winkler 1 for 3 with the homer. Straining and Moore both with the other RBIs. Hewitt having herself a day, 3 for 4. McSorley and Tater both 2 for 4 with some walks. Levi 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. I imagine she'll be one of the MVPs, but it could be Hickman. Hickman 7 1/3, 8 hits, 3 runs, and only 1 walk. Margie Rex receives the loss, 4 2/3, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 4 walks, and 4 Ks. And Claudette Levi, Vera Hewitt, and French Tater are your MVPs for the game. We'll be right back with Lumberjacks and Dragons. Stay tuned.
Is it All right, welcome to Game 3 of Week 9 Day 3. Dragons versus the Lumberjacks. Big matchup for the heroic, not my division. So, Lumberjacks will be the away team. Starting us up will be Do Something for the Dragons, and Speedy Gonzalez up first to bat.
Now the Dragons in Lafayette are honestly a very scary sight. They're able to put up tremendous amounts of runs, as we saw against their game against the Gauchos, where they won 25-6, right? An absurd like
Oh,
that.
something absurd. Quick strikeout here. And Brainstorm will be facing 1-2. A little fly ball, and that's going to be another out. Gary Starr walking out into the center field. Brings up Tygo. Good chop at that one, but it'll be another fly ball to end the inning. So that'll bring up the Dragons hitting Wasa Dude on the mound for the Lumberjacks. Start off
Debbie
with Debbie
Sawyer is also a previous home run queen, like Veranda Wall in Game 1 of tonight's game. Both from the Serpents, and both led their home run leading campaigns while on the Serpents team.
Well, I'm sure you know a lot about that, huh?
Yeah.
Full count here.
Now.
Couple fouls. And a strikeout. Swinging.
Try refreshing so you're not 3 seconds behind.
I don't think I'm gonna get any
You don't think you're
closer
gonna get
to
any
the.
better?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Straight up the middle now. Gonzalez will throw that in the second, but I'll put a runner on first. For Von Crum.
Do something, Von.
Nah, Do Something is on the mound.
Isaac always likes the joke that Von Crum doesn't do anything, but then he's been doing a lot this season so far from everything that I've seen.
He'll get a full count. And into right field to Conrad.
Second baseman, number 99.
So runners on first and second for Sponge Cooper.
Sponge Cooper, I believe, was the original manager of the Dragons.
Is it?
I think that was Mitchell, the Mitchell guy. I think that's like his character. Fryshak grounds that one. The Brainstorm for out number 3.
So no runs for the first inning.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 34.
Bringing up a buck ball.
That's down. Ball high. That's up. Take your base.
Got a quick 3-0 count.
Now batting, the
And
right fielder,
sent to first.
number 4.
Archie Conrad looking to move him around. And that he will. Up the middle. Sickly will toss that in to Star. So now 2 runners on for Phil Barco Jr. No outs. And up the middle once again. Very slow as well, but
Number 34.
they'll hold at third for Shelby Callens.
That's high. No, that's low. Nope, inside.
3-1 count here.
Ball.
She'll pop one up, but looks like it should be out of range. Full count then, another foul.
Now batting the first
And
baseman,
strikeouts.
number 5.
Shelby Callens goes down
Ball outside.
for Paula Reed. Now the double play is available, so could be an easy way out, but it'll be a fly ball to right field, and that'll bring in a run as well as putting a
Number
runner on third. So Lumberjacks strike first. Jose Strangelove, the RBI dud. We'll see what he can do.
You're out.
He'll just send one to Debbie Sawyer, and that'll be the end of the second inning.
Now batting the center
I'm not sure if the Excel sheet is being updated. I don't have access to that, but the scores that are for games 1 and 2 are correct. If I say here in the chat, or Whitney or Squared.
now batting the shortstop.
Starting off with a
6.
hit to left field, puts a runner on for Gary Starr.
Gary Starr having himself quite the season from the games that I've been watching. Had a great game against the Vikings here at Lafayette.
Vikings, another big contender this season. We'll see what he can do against the Lumberjacks. Foul ball.
A win here for the Dragons. We'll still have them half a game behind the Knights, but will be a half a game above the Vikings.
You're out.
That was
Will be an
nearly a
infield.
Dragon special.
Fielder number 35.
But 2 outs for Steven Diaz. Slow runner on first.
Okay, alright, update the sheet.
2 strikes. But a hit over to Archie Conrad. We'll put 2 runners on with 2 outs
Number
for Debbie Sawyer. She smashed her bat in the first inning. See if she has recovered, got a new bat maybe. A little bit of tea. Ready to return. 2-2 count though. Straight to Brainstorm, over to Paula Reed. That'll be the 3rd out, so Dragons do not put up anything.
center fielder
And that'll bring up the 1-2-3 Speedy Gonzalez for the Lumberjacks. Popped up.
now batting the second baseman
And
number 6.
Marza will make the play quite handily. Brainstorm. Looking to get things going. That he will into right field.
Now
We'll
batting
put him
designated
on first. A lot of singles today so far. Hank Tygo now.
And that ball is hit hard by Tank Tygo into left center field. And that ball is almost out of the park. Tank Tygo mashes a 2-run homer to make this a 3-1 ball game. 428 feet.
Yeah, be glad that there's no cars out there, otherwise
left fielder
may have had a
number 34.
angry
That's outside.
driver.
There we go. Scott.
No, that's inside.
Buck ball though. We'll find a couple balls here, but
Now batting, the right
that
fielder,
one will drop
number
off
4.
and get sent to first for the first out, or the second out, actually. Now, Do Something is tense,
He's safe.
but he's not too far behind on pitches. Gary Starr makes the play, but does not
Number 8.
get it in the first in time. So Phil Bartco Jr. will have the opportunity.
Ball.
To hit.
And this ball is hit hard and deep into center field, and that ball is gone off the bat of Phil Bartco. Another 2-run homer to make this a 5-0 ball game. 472 feet, an absolute bomb. That's a certified jacked home run right there.
Number
Absolutely.
5 pitching.
And that's going to do it for Do Something. Woody Scottish coming in here in the top of the third.
As far as stats go, Do Something wasn't, terribly tense, but we'll see how the Dragons bullpen takes that one up the middle.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 5.
Now for Paula Reed.
Mic off.
And back to Scottish. That'll end the inning, but the Lumberjacks score 4. Dragons,
Now batting,
nothing on the board yet.
third baseman,
Esposito.
15. Ball inside.
What's wrong, Isaac? Or was that a reaction to the game?
Inside. No, inside.
Mic on.
Your golf?
You're out.
I don't know. Paula Reed makes the dive.
Baseman,
Step on the bag for the first out. Von Crum,
he's out.
his Do Something brother,
The second baseman, number
no longer on the mound.
49.
What?
No, that's high.
I'm confused.
That's inside.
What's going on?
What's wrong? The stream lagging? That ball's hit hard and deep into center, heading back to the track to the wall, and that's gone. A home run for Harry Von Crum, I believe. Was that Harry Von Crum? 419 feet. No, it's Sponge Cooper. My bad. Very similar player models.
The designated hitter, number
Oh, do you have a thing on your Discord that said that? I don't know. Bryshak now up to bat. 2 outs.
Ground that
He'll
one to
get 2 strikes.
Brainstorm. Over to first in time for out number 3. So Dragons able to score 1, but it's still a 5-1 ball game.
now batting, the third baseman, number 48.
Brings up Strangelove. No
As
runners
he earns
on.
himself another hit. Jose Strangelove was 2 for 12 at the halfway point. So not the greatest start of the season for him. Speedy Gonzalez, 5 for 15. No home runs yet this season, looking for his first.
No, high.
Quite an impressive stat line. We'll see what he can do with that as he
Take your base.
And he'll draw a
Third.
walk. That's his 5th of the season.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 6.
Denver Brainstorm now, single for the day.
Denver Brainstorm showing 1 for 15 the first half of the season.
1 for 15.
What I'm seeing. He strikes out there.
The designated hitter.
Tank Tygo homered in his last plate appearance, this time up to bat with 2 men on.
Ball outside.
See what he can do against Woody Scottish. Gonna
Infield
pop
fly.
up to the pitcher.
Out. Now batting, the left fielder.
Scottish will handle that. 2 outs now for Buckball.
Go.
Just a walk to there.
Buck Ball started the season 1 for 13, but that ball is going to get past the sliding glove of Debbie Sawyer, and that's going to score
dear.
2. This is going to be a 7-1 ball game. Brazil
Now batting, the right fielder.
off of the gaff
Number
of
4.
Debbie Sawyer diving for that ball in right field.
Ball, that's outside.
Like I said, scary dive. Archie Conrad, though.
Luckily,
Runner on second.
Lafayette has a short right field wall, and that didn't turn into an inside the Parker.
That's outside.
So Scottish already tense as Conrad grounds this one to Cooper over to Crum in time for out number 3. So 7-1 Lumberjacks.
Now batting, the center fielder.
I'd say it's an upset if the Lumberjacks weren't the season 4 champions and have still been a competing team all 3 seasons in the SSBL. But certainly the Dragons being 7-3 this season, you would expect them to continue their hot streak.
Ball, that's inside.
Yeah, they still got a bit of time here. Only the bottom of the 4th, but they've got to at least start getting some bats to the ball. Wasadude only at 50 pitches.
And Woody Scottish on the other end already tense. They're only pitching an inning and a third.
Now batting,
Will be
the
popped
catcher,
up for out number 1.
28.
Is that Marzo?
Hit hard but foul. 0-2 the count here to Marzo.
Ball outside. No, inside.
2-2 the count.
No, high.
Full count now here to Marzo. And this ball is going to be popped into left field. Buck Ball's got slow speed, able to get over to it, and the throw to third not in time. Libby Sickley able to
The left
make it into third in time.
number 35.
So men on the corners now for Steven Diaz as he slaps this one up the middle. That'll score a run. So men on first and second now with 1 out.
Now
Yeah, real
Brings
good
up
opportunity
Debbie
for the
Sawyer
Dragons.
looking to redeem herself after
number
a 2-run error.
ball, that's up.
Top of the 4th inning. Wasn't considered an error because her glove never made contact, but pretty clearly in it. As she lines this one right to Brainstorm for out number 2.
The third baseman, number 15.
Won't redeem herself. But Stub Esposito has a single today. See what he can do. What he can do is pop it up to Paula Reed. Battle in the inning. Dragons put on 1. It's not going to be enough though.
The short
Although
number 8.
they do have only 1 less hit than the Lumberjacks. So
A
it'd be a little
tense Woody
frustrating.
Scottish is facing a locked-in Phil Bartko. He quickly goes 3-0,
That's ball.
and that's a 4-pitch walk from Scottish to lead off the top of the 5th.
Number 34.
Billy Callens stepping up will foul this off.
Ball high.
And a nice diving play by Esposito for out number 1.
The first baseman.
As Shelby Callens ripped that one down the left field line.
A little bit dangerous, but that'll bring Paula Reed up with 1 out. And
Bring
man
up.
on first.
And strike 3 swinging. Woody Scottish no longer tense after striking out Paula Reed. Bring up Jose Strangelove. RBI dud, but nobody's in running or in scoring position. That trait's not active, luckily. And strike 3 called. Low and away. Called a strike for out number 3. Woody Scottish able to get out of the inning after a leadoff single, or a leadoff walk. My bad.
Number 89.
And that ball is hit up the middle by Vaughn Crum for a leadoff single. Now Wasad Dude is now giving up 9 hits through 5. He's at 70 pitches. How much longer do the Lumberjacks keep him in? As this ball's popped up to Brainstorm, and this will be out number 1.
Doubt he goes past this inning. I'd say maybe
brings
a
up.
batter in the next, but even then.
Hit hard to Reed, over to Bartko, back to Reed in time for the Dragons special. Freishak not having himself the best day as he's 0 for 3 and now tense.
Now batting.
We
Well,
bring
scratch
up
that thought.
Number 1.
the top of the Lumberjacks lineup. Speedy Gonzalez, Brainstorm. Possibly Conrad. And Speedy pops this one up behind the plate. Luckily it hits the fence to keep him alive. 2-2 the count. Here to Gonzalez. And strike 3 swinging. Woody Scottish earns himself another K for the first out of the inning.
Number 6. Now batting the designated hitter, number 10.
Little ground ball to get the second out. Brings up Tygo. 2 RBI homer earlier in the game.
And Scottish loses him there. So a 2-out walk to Tank Tygo brings up Buck Ball. And that ball is scorched up the middle. Libby Sickley fields it, but that'll be another hit for the Lumberjacks. So men on first and second now for Archie Conrad.
Number 4.
And Archie Conrad pops this one up over to Steven Diaz or Stub Esposito at third for out number 3. So we go into the bottom of the 6th. Lumberjacks still lead 7-2. Got the 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Dragons.
Center fielder, number 30.
And a
Sickley, 2
diving
singles.
play by Strangelove to rob Libby Sickley of possibly extra bases and record the first down of the inning.
That's inside.
This one's dribbler back to Dude.
He's out.
Over to first in time for out number 2. Brings up catcher Vanessa Marzo.
No, inside. That's low. No, that's inside.
Quickly falls behind 3-0 here to Marzo. Brings it back to a full count. And a diving attempt by Phil Bartko Jr. to rob Marzo of a hit for out number 3.
Now batting.
Now
Very
Bartko
good.
Jr. comes up to the plate. Still locked in, 2 for 2. A home run, a single, and another single. This could be a double. And he's going to round first, head for second. Libby Sickley's throw not in time. So Phil Bartko Jr. is a triple away from the cycle, as he now has a single, a double, and a home run already this game.
Believe that would
Callens.
be the 7th cycle player.
Callens blooped this one out into center. Libby Sickley's throw not in time. Phil Bartko Jr. able to advance to third, so another run 90 feet from the plate with only 1 out for the Lumberjacks. Tygo is the new home run leader. That was his 6th home run apparently earlier this game. Passes Gage Deputy at 5 on the Vikings. And strike 3 swinging Paula Reed goes down to 10th after swinging on a pitch in the dirt. And that's going to do it for Woody Scottish. They're going to bring in Arms Miele. Jose
Yeah, solid
Strangelove
choice.
with RBI dud. 1-2 count here to Jose. And strike 3 swinging way in front of that changeup. So Lumberjacks strand a runner on third. A 9-1-2 due up for the Dragons as Wasadud remains in the game after 6 innings pitched. And remember, if you're not in the Discord, why don't you join it? Puppet just posted a link, and that ball is smashed by Steven Diaz. That's well out of here. That'll make it a 7-3 ball game. Dragons looking to try to come back from their 4-run deficit now. 396 feet off the bat of Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz. He actually received a check from the Cranberry sign over there. I believe that was Cranberry pork rinds? Something ridiculous. Get that
Sawyer slaps
advertising.
that one up the middle for another single. And that's going to do it for Wasadud. They're going to bring in Bug Dates in relief.
Bug Dates actually was drafted at the same time as Chesley Hickman.
The season 3 draft, right?
Yep, both by the Retrievers.
2-2 the count here to Stub Esposito. Full count now. And Stubbs gonna bomber special this one out into center, and Debbie Sawyer's gonna test the arm on Gonzalez, and that throw is in time. Debbie Sawyer is gunned at third for the first out of the inning. Brings up Vaughn Crum with the man on only first now. As Bug Dates falls behind 2-0.
Yeah, Debbie Sawyer. Bit of a spot for disappointment here.
And that ball's hit hard, but right to Strangelove, over to Brainstorm, and back to Reed in time for the Dragons special to get the Lumberjacks out of that inning. Got the top of the Lumberjacks order again. Speedy Gonzalez, Denver Brainstorm, and Tank Tygo. And Speedy hits this one out into left center field. This is going to be extra bases. And Libby Sickley with a bobble. That's going to be an error. She probably could have held Gonzalez at second. But instead he advances to third for a leadoff triple.
That's tough. A 0.4% chance on that one.
And Denver Brainstorm grounds this one to Sponge Cooper, and Speedy Gonzalez not willing to risk it. Stays at third. That'll be recorded as out number 1. Brings up Tank Tygo, a home run leader after his home run earlier in the game. And he'll pop this one up to Tanya Marzo. This will be out number 2. Bring up Buck Ball.
Ball, that's inside. Go high. Ball, that's up. Take your base.
And Buck Ball earns himself a walk. So men on the corners now for Archie Conrad, who's 2 for 4 today with 2 singles. Big swing by Conrad. Quickly falls behind 0-2 to Miele.
No, high.
2-2 the count. And swinging at a ball in the dirt, grounded to the pitcher over in time at first for out number 3. So the 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Dragons as they're running out of time to tie this ball game up.
The second baseman.
Sponge Cooper at the plate had a home run earlier in the game, and he's going to hit this one hard. A diving attempt by Bartko, missed odds 14%. That one's got to hurt. It would have been a tough play at first with Cooper's speed.
Designated hitter, number 82.
Ishak 10 0 for 3 on the day.
That's outside.
Gotta get going.
That's out.
Quickly ahead 3-0 in the count though. And hit hard down the line. Paula Reed doesn't bother to dive. And that's gonna advance the runner to third. So men on the corners now for Libby Sickley, who's 2 for 3 today.
Fielder, number
Yeah, and her little error out in center field.
Probably
Doesn't end
wasn't called an error, I guess, by the game.
Yeah. Doesn't end up hurting. So.
And this ball is grounded to Phil Bartko, and he's going to get Sponge Cooper in a rundown at third. A bad throw by Callens, but Strangelove able to keep it. Buck Ball will apply the tag and get the lead runner at third out.
the shortstop.
So men on first and second now, 1 out for Gary Starr.
Outside.
He's gotta be a star this game.
He's safe.
They check on the runner at second. And that's a double steal, and Callens not able to make the throw at third in time. A good jump by the runners on the Dragons, and that ball's hit in the center.
He's out.
Speedy Gonzalez is gonna just throw to third. So another run will score for the Dragons, and that's a 7-4 ball game. A tying run on deck for Vanessa Marzo. Runner at second, 2 outs.
No, that's low. No, inside. Deep right.
Quickly 3-0.
Take your base.
And Vanessa Marzo is walked. So the tying run at the plate is Steven Diaz, who's got a home run, 2 singles, and 2 RBIs today, and is locked in.
That's low.
Considerable
And he's gonna
to walk
pop
him.
this one into center. Speedy Gonzalez tracks under it, and this will be out number 3. So the Lumberjacks get into a sticky situation, but able to get out of it.
Dragons
Batting, the short.
only
Here comes Phil Bartko Jr. A triple away from the cycle.
Well, that's low.
The hardest part of the cycle to get, most people say.
Deep right.
2-1 the count here to Bartko. And he's not going to need a triple because he's going to slam this one over the head of Debbie Sawyer. And that ball is gone. Phil Bartko Jr.'s second home run of the game. 371 feet to make it a 8-4 ball game.
Now batting. The
Yeah, it's a bit of a small stadium, so not a great chance for a triple anyway, but
ball outside.
it's gonna put another one on and make it harder for the Dragons to come back
That's
in the
high.
bottom of the inning.
Ball.
3-1 the count here to Callens.
Deep right.
Full count now. And she's going to ground this one to Miele.
He's out. Now batting. The
Out
first
number
baseman,
1. Brings in a tense Paula Reed. And she's going to hit that one out to Debbie Sawyer. And that'll be a 1-out single from her. Get her mojo back up a little
the
bit
third baseman, number
to bring up
48.
Jose Strangelove.
Deep right. Go. Ball inside.
And Paula Reed gets caught stealing. Gary Starr going to apply the tag, and there goes Paula Reed's mojo right back down after a caught stealing it. Strangelove slaps this one up the middle for a base hit.
Now batting, the center
Brings up
fielder,
Speedy Gonzalez. He's got a triple and a walk today. One and two the count here to Gonzalez.
ball outside.
And he's gonna pop this one out into center for Libby Sickley. So this should be out number 3. The Dragons have 3 outs to score 4 runs and keep themselves alive. You got the top of their lineup due up. They're facing getting tired Bug Dates
Number
at half stamina, 31 pitches. 2 innings, 3 hits, an earned run, and a walk. Pretty decent stat line for the reliever. He quickly goes up 1 and 2 against Debbie Sawyer. And Debbie Sawyer slaps this one up the middle through Bug Date's legs for a leadoff single.
There's a start.
now pitching.
And that's going to do it for Bug Dates. Bring in Jefferson Steelflex, the previous ace on the Unicorns.
Yeah, they're not messing around.
They want this win. They need this win against the division rival. Stub Esposito goes down 1-2.
No, high.
2-2 the count here to Stub. And he's going to ground this one to Paula Reed. Over to first. And a bad throw by Bartko. But the lead runner is out at second. So 1 out now. Man on first for Harry Von Crum. And Von Crum slaps this one down the line. And that's just foul. 0-2 the count here to Crum, and strike 3 swinging. Steelflex fools him with a fastball high and in.
Second baseman, number
Sponge Cooper, the last chance for the Dragons to stay in this ball game.
ball, high.
Got a home run and a single today, but he's down 0-2 in the count here to Steelflex. And he's gonna pop this one out into left. Buck Ball ranging over, a sliding catch off his head and not caught. So the tying run is on deck as Will Freischack steps into the box. Fouls the first pitch off, 0-1 the count.
No, that's high.
Pitch misses high.
No, inside.
Pitch misses inside. Another inside pitch, 3-1 here to Freischack.
Ball 4.
And they're gonna walk Freischack, so the tying run at the plate,
Wow.
Libby Sickley.
Center fielder,
The Lumberjacks only need 1 out to end the ball game.
that's down. That's outside.
2-2 the count here to Libby Sickley, 1 strike away. And strike 3 called! He rung her up! And the Lumberjacks take a 8-4 win over the Dragons. Dragons out-hit the Lumberjacks 16-15, but the Lumberjacks able to score 8. Tank Tygo, Buck Ball, and Phil Bartko Jr. having 7 of the 8 runs scored by the Lumberjacks.
4 hits for Bartko.
Steven Diaz with quite the game, 3 for 4, home run, 2 RBIs. And Wasadud earns himself a win despite giving up 11 hits. Dusum Ting earns himself a loss after giving up 5 earned runs in 2 2/3 innings pitched. And Phil Bartko Jr., Steven Diaz, and Buck Ball are your MVPs of the game. We'll be right back with the game of the night Ball Players at Angels at Colonial Plaza. See you soon. And we're back after a short intermission with the game of the night, Ball Players at Angels. Julio Javier coming off a great start against the Unicorns in his previous appearance, and Angels ace Jen Fury. Well, I don't know if she's their ace anymore actually, because of Pacifica Northwest, but one of their better pitchers.
Or Kelly will start us off.
And strike three called. Jen Fury starts off the game with a strikeout against Murph Kelly. Will bring up Harry Shelton. Two into the count here to Shelton. And strike three called. Jen Fury starting off the game with 2 strikeouts against 2 of the best hitters in the league. Brings
Great
up
way to
Rick
start off,
Della
get that
Stick.
rolling.
Rick Della Stick, one of the few people in the running for Rookie of the Year in the Epic Conference, giving Pete Zah a run for his money. Full count here to Stick. And he's gonna ground this one to Lindsey Watson over to first in time. So a 1-2-3 inning for Jen Fury. And the Angels bring up Neuenmuller, Tygo, and Buchanan.
The first baseman, number 2. No, that's high. That's low.
3-1 the count here to Neuenmuller. Full count now, but she's got tough out. And Neuenmuller pops this one up to third baseman. Matthias Black.
Now batting, the
Temporary.
third baseman, number 23.
Brings up Tina Tygo, this organization's best hitter, as she smacks one into right field and over the short wall out there. Tina Tygo on the first pitch she sees smacks a 388-foot home run to put the Angels on top early, 1-0.
Now batting, the designated
Brings up
hitter,
Scarlett Buchanan,
number
the
10.
Angels DH.
Ball outside.
3-0 the count here to Buchanan.
That's ball
And
6.
she earns herself a walk.
Now batting, the
Brings up
right
rookie Wendy
fielder,
Peppercorn.
number 9.
Spent the first half of the season down in the Halos, the Angels minor league system. Big Falls behind 1-2. And strike three swinging. Peppercorn is set down by Julio Javier.
The center fielder,
I'll
number
bring up Gwen mic drop. OG Angel, if I recall. And Buchanan is stealing, and a throw in the dirt by Curly Shipwright allows her to get the stolen base, but this pitch is popped into center. Harry Shelton ranging over, and that'll be out number 3. So the Angels earn themselves the lead off a one swing by Tina Tygo. We'll bring up Matthias Black to lead off the inning for the ball players.
ball inside.
Now a loss here from the ball players, I believe, eliminates them from the possibility of winning the division. It'll drop them down to 7 losses. The Serpents are already at 8 wins. So 7 losses will put them at best tying for second in the division. Assuming they
Yeah,
win
it's
out.
tough because they have no picks, so you're really gonna start getting the ball rolling. Actually, scratch that. They have 1 pick.
What
They
pick do they
received-
have? Something in
I believe
season
it's
8?
a 3rd round Cyclones. Let's see, it was one of the last picks that got through. Actually, the Cyclones round 3. Yes,
The second
What
baseman,
season? 7 or 8?
number 12.
season 7.
Oh wow! So they will get another young player next season, plus the 2 free agency picks that we've been doing. Broken bat off homer runs, foul though.
Potentially a retirement pick as well.
True. Who is possibly eligible for retirement, as that is grounded into a Dragon special to end the inning. Bring up the 6, 7, and 8 for the Angels.
Now batting, the
Well,
baseman,
probably
Line
Actually,
Matthias Black for out
all
number 1.
players have
the shortstop.
as far as old players go.
I know obviously
solid.
Terry Thunder's one, but I doubt that they would retire him. Curly Shipwright is a possible solution to a retirement player. But I don't think
he's
he's
still
played.
got a couple seasons in him.
He's out.
I don't think he's played 3 seasons with them.
Now batting,
Neither has Loxburr. Brian Stewart, I believe, is a season 2. I don't
Suppose-
think he's available.
Quash Ward.
Wash Ward is a OG bomber, I believe. I don't think he's spent 4 seasons with the ball players, or 3 seasons,
Mhm.
my bad. And this one's popped out into shallow right, and that'll be out number 3. So a quick inning for the Angels. The ball players have their 7, 8, and 9 due up.
now batting,
Who's
right
the
fielder,
is it
number
Northwest? Leonard Northwest? Is that their new pitcher? Or is that Ron Dozier that I'm thinking? I think
believe
Ron
you're thinking of
Dozier is
Ron
the old
Dozier.
pitcher
Now
that they
batting,
could possibly
designated
retire.
hitter, number 9.
Yeah, he does have a pretty low stat line, Dozier, but I believe
Jen Fury
he hasn't
already
been on the
locked
team in a
in
while.
through 2 and a third. Full count here to Terry Thunder. And he hits that one hard, but foul to stay alive. And strike 3 called! Caught on the outside corner.
Now batting, the
And that's
catcher,
out number 2.
number 5.
So Jen Fury
Ball.
faced 7, or has faced 8 batters and sat all of them down.
3 strikeouts.
As that one gets through the diving glove of the second baseman for a 2-out single.
Now batting, the
I shouldn't say
shortstop,
she sat down
number
all
38.
8. That's not technically correct. There was a ground into a double play.
No, inside.
Murph Kelly steps into the box for the second time. Chance to put his team in the lead with one swing. 2-2 the count here to Kelly. And he swings, hits that right to D. Nicky, and over to first in time for out number 3. So Jen Fury gives up her first hit, but not give up any runs yet.
Fielder number 60.
Got the 9-1 and 2 due up for the Angels.
That's inside.
And that ball's hit up the middle through the legs of Julio Javier for a leadoff single by Blair Toblum. Blair Toblum had 2 home runs in the opening day game against the Serpents. One on the first pitch, and then one that ended up being the deciding factor for the Angels to win, if I recall.
Ball, that's outside.
Up out online.
As Neuenmuller grounds into a double play there. Brings up Tina Tygo, who homered off the first and only pitch she's seen this game. And she hits this one hard into left center field. That'll be extra bases. This looks like it'll be a stand-up double for Tina Tygo.
Tygo's seen 2 pitches and made her way around 6 bases so far.
Incredible stats on Tina Tygo. Always been one of the best producers in the league. And the Angels have been trying their best to build a solid team around her.
That's low. Ball, that's up.
3-1 the count here to Scarlett Buchanan.
Take your bait.
And Scarlett Buchanan earns herself another walk.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 9. No, that's inside. No, inside. No.
Falls behind 3-0 to Peppercorn. Finds the strike zone there, 3-1.
Take your bait.
And Peppercorn earns herself a walk. And that'll load the bases for when mic drop.
Center fielder, number 5. Outside.
2 outs though.
1-2 the count here to mic drop. And she hits this one out into left center field. If it's down, it'll score runs, but Toby Barker ranges over to make the catch. Rookie able to field that one and prevent any runs from scoring.
The center fielder, number 16.
Bring up Harry Shelton. Rick Della Stick and Matthias Black. As Shelton rips this one down the line, but just foul. And he pops this one out into right field. Blair Toblum. Nope, Wendy Peppercorn ranging over to grab that one.
First baseman, number 23.
Brings up rookie Rick Della Stick. Picked second overall, right?
I believe they had the 4th pick.
Or was
but
it the 4th? It was the 4th pick, wasn't it? Yeah. 1-2 the count here to Stick.
Ball, that's low.
Just misses low and outside.
Yep,
And
that was
slider catches the inside corner
Now
for
batting,
strike
the third
strike
baseman,
number 3.
Number 27.
It was in fact the second pitch, the second pick.
It was the
King
second
Kush
pick.
was in the 4th slot.
Gotcha. 1-2 the count here to Matthias Black. Previous Serpent, previous Lumberjack, previous High Roller strikes out.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 12.
Brings up rookie Lindsey Watson.
That's low.
Lindsey Watson pops this one to second baseman. Homer runs, and this will be out number 1.
You're out. Now ball. The shortstop. Number 1. That's down. Nope, that's high.
2-1 the count here to D. Nicky.
No, inside.
D. Nicky, I believe, went to the Super Series with the Bombers in Season 4. Full count to her, and she hits one through the gap, and that'll be a 1-out single for D. Nicky. Angels looking to add some insurance runs. Catcher Alicia Woody up to the plate, as she rips one off the diving glove of Rick Della Stick, and he'll pick it up and take it to first for 1 out. Runner will advance to second for Blair Toblum. 2 outs. Toblum falls behind 1-2.
That's outside. That's up.
Draws the count full. And swing and a miss. Julio Javier fools her there with a fastball high to get out of the inning.
Now batting. The left.
Only that run from
Number 6.
Tina Tygo.
Tina first. Tygo's doing it all today. Not all, but doing a lot today.
Jen Fury at 61 pitches through 4. 4 and a third now. After Toby Barker pops this one up to Sophie Neuenmuller.
Now batting. The second baseman. Number 12.
Brings up homer runs. Has not had the strongest of seasons.
Nope. High. Low.
Straight power versus left-handed pitcher is not coming into play here, but he slaps this one into center, but Gwen mic drop at the track makes the grab for out number 2.
The right
Bring up
fielder.
rookie Nathan
Number 4.
Tucker.
Outside. Ball inside.
2-1 the count here to Tucker.
Ball high.
3-1,
Ball 4.
and Tucker earns himself a walk.
Now batting.
So a
the
2-out
second
walk
baseman.
brings up
Number
Terry
9.
Thunder, looking to put his team ahead.
Ball, that's inside.
Tucker's got some speed, maybe a hit and run. He's gonna run, there's no hit, and he's in there safe. The throw by Alicia Woody not in time. So a runner in scoring position now for veteran Terry Thunder.
Close.
3-1 the count. And he looks at that one right down the middle. So full count now to Thunder, and he'll take a walk. So that'll bring up veteran Curly Shipwright now.
Now batting. The catcher. Number 5.
He's got a single on the day already. And he'll ground this one to shortstop to third baseman Tina Tygo, over to Neuenmuller in time for out number 3. So 1-2-3 due up for the Angels, still looking to add some insurance runs. Neuenmuller tenths, 0 for 2 today.
What did she do to get tense? She's
I believe she grounded into a double play.
Ball.
So 2-1 the count here to Sophie. That ball gets by Curly Shipwright, so 3-1. And another ball low, so Neuenmuller earns herself a walk. That brings up Tina Tygo, who has seen 2 pitches and hit a home run and a double so far today.
Julio
Against,
Javier taken out after 72.
against a fresh Adrian Walker. Long reliever for the ball players. Acquired early in the draft.
That's high.
And you know what? Not Ela Page, who was sent
You're right,
down to the
'cause-
minors.
Yeah. Tina Tygo smacks that one down the line, foul. And she's gonna pop this one into shallow left field. Toby Barker ranging over, and that'll be out number 1. Bring up Scarlett Buchanan, the man on first.
Now
Should I say a
batting,
gal on
the
first?
designated hitter, number 10.
The Angels, for you who do not know, is a team that consists of only females.
No, inside. No, high.
3-1 the count here to Buchanan, looking to draw her 3rd walk of the game. And that just finds the zone. Adrian Walker with the K-Man perk.
Take your bait.
And she's going to lose Buchanan. So that's the 3rd walk of the day for Scarlett Buchanan.
Fielder, number 9.
We'll bring up rookie Wendy Peppercorn.
Ball, high.
Swinging high.
Ball, outside. No, that's
You
high.
see, Lasers just called you the GOAT manager. As Peppercorn slaps that one to Kelly, over to runs and over to stick in time for the Dragon special. The Angels leave 2 men on. Not able to do anything with it.
Shortstop, number 38.
Brings up the top of the ball player's order. Murph Kelly rounds this one to Tygo, over to first in time for out number 1.
The center fielder, number 16.
Fury locked in the call. Locked in at 80. Can't read chat and talk at the same time.
Full count here to Shelton. Z grounds this one to Neuenmuller. She'll take it herself for out number 2. That's a mojo down. I love when they do that. Did you see what Neuenmuller did?
23.
No.
Just threw the ball into right field. Because Homer runs went and
Oh.
covered second. But the AI, like, you know, throws it around the bases.
Well. Yep.
And strike
That
3
happens.
called on Rick Della's stick. The mojo down for him. Quite the tense ball game. It's definitely a pitcher's duel today. Despite Julio Javier already being pulled, Adrian Walker still making this game competitive.
No, inside. No, inside.
Go on the count here to Gwen mic drop, leading off the inning.
No, that's high. Take your man.
And Walker loses mic drop to start the inning with a walk.
Now batting, the
Bring up rookie Lindsey Watson.
number 12. That's high.
And that ball is hit hard out into left center field. And that's going to get past the glove of Toby Barker. And this will score 1. So a double off the bat of rookie Lindsey Watson makes this a 2-0 ball game.
Now batting, the shortstop, number
Maybe another run on the board. Jeez.
ball. That's inside.
And that ball is caught by the diving Homer Runs. Hit up the middle, but Homer Runs was holding the runner at second. So he was there to make the play. And this ball is hit into left center field. Harry Shelton ranging over, and a diving spectacular catch by Shelton for out number 2. The runner will advance to third, but that definitely prevented a run from scoring.
Left fielder, number
Add that one to the highlight reel. Whoever's in chat, make sure to clip that diving catch by Shelton.
Certainly.
That's inside.
And this ball is grounded to Matthias Black. Over in time at first for out number 3. So the Angels score another run off the bat of Lindsey Watson.
Now batting, the third
Make it a
baseman,
2-1 ball
innings
game.
remaining.
27.
Jen
Fury locked
Fury
in at
still
90
locked
pitches.
in, yeah. And that ball's hit hard to Tygo. Over to first in time, so Jen Fury threw 6 1/3, 92 pitches, locked in. And another pitch and another out as Toby Barker lines that one out into left field. Toblum able to make the grab for out number 2.
Hence Homer runs up to the plate.
Jen Fury on fire. 95 pitches and still not in the red in any stat. And she gets homer runs to pop up to second. And this will be out number 3. So Jen Fury, no runs, 2 hits through 7 innings. Wonder how long she'll be able to stay in because she's already at 95 pitches.
Suppose you could say she was furious coming into this game. Thank you, I'm Puppet. I'll be here all night.
As Newman Mueller grounds out to Rick Della Stick at first. Brings up Tina Tygo.
Ball inside.
1-2 the count here to Tygo. Adrian Walker's K-Man perk is in effect, and she gets Tygo to line out to second for out number 2. Scarlett Buchanan up again for the 4th time. She's earned herself 3 walks today as she pops this one out into center field. Harry Shelton should have no problem grabbing this for out number 3. And the ball players running out of time. 7, 8, and 9 due up. 2-run deficit.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 40.
Still facing an on-fire Jen Fury as that ball is hit hard, but right to the glove of Tina Tygo.
Number 9.
Yeah. I don't know if Jen Fury will be able to make it to the end.
She keeps getting 1 pitch outs. It'll surely help as she gets Harry Thunder to pop out behind the plate. This will be out number 2. Bring up catcher Curly Shipwright, 1 for 2 today. One and two, or 0-2 the count here to Shipwright, and we're seeing the first signs of red in Jen Fury's velocity. After 106 pitches, and there goes her stamina. But she gets Curly Shipwright swinging. Jen Fury, 2 hits, no runs through 8 innings. I doubt she'll start the next inning, but we'll have to find out.
Yeah, before that, Angels looking to get anything in before ball players' last chance.
As Peppercorn earns herself a leadoff walk against Adrian Walker. Walker's 3rd or 4th walk of the game. 3rd walk of the game.
Maybe there's some strategically placed lights back there behind the catcher. Not sure what's up with that.
They keep turning them off whenever Jen Fury's on the mound. 1-2 the count here to Mic Drop. K-Man is active. And Mic Drop hits that one hard to Matthias Black off of his glove. And that'll be a single for Mic Drop. Runners on 1st and 2nd now. No outs for Lindsey Watson. Last time she was up at the plate, she doubled and made this a 2-0 ball game. Let's see what she can do this time.
That's outside.
And comebacker right at Adrian Walker. They'll get the out at second, but runners on the corners for D. Nicky. And that ball is hit down the line, just foul. 0-2 the count here to D. Nicky. K-Man is active.
That's outside.
And D. Nicky pops this one out into center. Pretty shallow. It's going to be rough to see if they'll try to tag, and they are. Harry Shelton's throw home in time. Double play for Harry Shelton. Gunned at home plate to keep this a 2-0 ball game.
Ball players last chance.
And
They
that's
have
going to do it
Murph,
for
Kelly
Jen
up.
Fury, bringing in Unita Mans.
Ball that's low. Go. Low.
3-0 count here to Murph Kelly.
That's ball 4.
And the tying run is at the plate now.
Now
In the hands of a tense Harry Shelton.
number 16.
Harry Shelton made that double play while he was tense. Swings through that one. 0-2 the count here to Shelton. And strike 3 right down the middle, not swinging.
Now batting.
Will bring up a tense Rick Della Stick. Not the greatest speed. You're hoping for anything other than a double play.
Ball that's low.
2-0 the count here to Stick.
No. High.
3-0.
Take
And
it.
Unita Mans loses them. So the tying run now is on first base, 270 feet away from home.
Number 27.
We'll bring up Matthias Black with his low pitch
Ball
trait.
inside. Strike.
He'll swing through that slider. Caught on the outside edge. 1-2 the count. And a diving attempt by the second baseman, Lindsey Watson. And that's going to allow the runner to score. So it's a 1-2 ball game now for rookie Toby Barker.
Number 6.
The man on first and second, 1 out. And he hits that one
Toby.
dribbler to Watson over to first in time for out number 2, but up to homer runs. And they're gonna pinch hit for homer runs, bring in Titus Saxton.
Oh, Titus Saxton. It's a good thing you stopped me because I was about to make a terrible joke.
2-0 the count here to Titus Saxton. 3-0.
Max
Catches
pressure.
the zone, 3-1. Catches his zone again. Full count now here to Saxton. And he struck her out. Titus Saxton goes down swinging, and that'll end the ball game. Angels win 2-1.
Close game, close game. Really could have gone either way towards the end there.
Definitely could have gone either way. The pinch hit with Titus Saxton doesn't work out. Homer runs would have been facing a left-handed pitcher and allowed his trait to turn on. The Angels out-hit the ball players 6-3. I'd be
Jen Fury,
surprised
absolutely
if Jen Fury was an absolute
magnificent
beast.
game.
So she'll most likely be the MVP. I imagine Tina Tygo will be up there and maybe Lindsey Watson. Nothing too notable about the ball players. Curly, Shipwright, Black, and Barker, the only people to record any hits. 9 strikeouts from the ball players. Julio Javier receives the loss after giving up a run. 4 innings pitched and 4 walks. Jen Fury with the win. Unita Mans with the save. And Jen Fury, Tina Tygo, and Scarlett Buchanan are your MVPs. 0 for 1 with a stolen base and 3
Buchanan
walks.
was walked. That is surprising MVP pick.
So that'll do it, folks. Thank you for tuning in tonight for week 9 game or day 3. I hope you all enjoyed. We'll see you next time. See ya.
See ya.